Wonders how you manage to make ends meet. Who finds the money when you pay the rent? Did you think that money was heaven sent? Friday night arrives without a suitcase. Monday morning creeping like a nun. Monday's child has learned to buy his bootlace. See how they run. Lady Madonna, baby at your breast, wonders how you manage to feed the rest. See how they run. Lady Madonna, lying on the bed, listen to the music playing in your head. Tuesday afternoon is never ending. Wednesday morning papers didn't come. Thursday night is loose, try his bootlace. See how they run. Lady Madonna, children at your feet, wonders how you manage to make ends meet. All right, you know that one. Lady Madonna, Beatles hit from 1968. And I played that song straight off the chord charts of the Morristown Uke Jam. So check out that video link. You can download the free ukulele chord sheet and you can play Lady Madonna. And if you're going to be in Morristown, New Jersey on the first Wednesday of every month, come on out to the Morristown Uke Jam. Bring your uke. We always have a blast, and you will too. All right, so that was Lady Madonna, a song that doesn't need a whole lot of introduction. But now that I've played it through, what I'm going to do is take you through the chords. There's a decent number of chords in this song. We'll talk about the little riff. If you want to play that, that sound, especially would sound good if you have two or more ukes. You get a couple people doing the rhythm. Well, someone else is doing. And I'll show you how to play that. And by the way, I'll mention this now. Maybe I'll mention again when I get to this riff. I'm using a low G uke here, because I like that first note being down here. Let me show you what it sounds like on a high G uke. And you can do it, but I think if you have a low G uke, see that note's an octave higher, of course. So this is a good song for if you're going to do that riff. It's a good song for a low G uke if you've got one. Anyway, let's get back to this. And oh, by the way I played this song, the key I played it in is the exact same key that the Beatles play on the recorded version. So if you get that sheet, you want to play along with the record, you can do it very simply. Same chords, same key. Okay, so let's talk about the chords that are in this song. The first chord that appears in this song is an A. 2, 1, 0, 0. The next chord is a D. 2, 2, 2, 0. Index finger, middle finger, ring finger all on the second fret, fourth, third, and second. That's a D. There's a D suspended second that appears briefly a couple times in the song, and it comes right after the D, and all you have to do to get that suspended second is lift that ring finger off the second string. So it goes from there's your D to, by lifting that finger off. That's a D with a suspended second. An F appears in this song. 2, 0, 1, 0. That's an F. There's a G chord. 0, 2, 3, 2. There's a D minor seventh. Let me start by showing you a D minor. A D minor is 2, 2, 1, 0. But to get that seventh, I add my pinky to the third fret of the top string. Gives you that C note, which is the seventh of a D minor. So that D minor appears, D minor seventh appears in this song. And then a G seventh. We already talked about G. 0, 2, 3, 2. Well, a G seventh is 0, 2, 1, 2. So instead of this being the note on the second string, it's this one down here in the first fret. That's a G seventh. A C chord. 0, 0, 0, 3 needs no introduction. That appears here. And if you think that's an easy chord, the next chord here, an A minor seventh, is all open strings. 0, 0, 0, 0. That's an A minor seventh, and that appears in this song. Now, as well as that A minor seventh, which is 0, 0, 0, 0, a B minor seventh appears, which is 2, 2, 2, 2. I think the best way to do it is just take your index finger and press all four strings like that. That's a B minor seventh. An E seventh appears in this song. 1, 2, 0, 2. 1, 2, open second string, 2. That's an E seventh. Now for most of the song, that's all the chords, but at the very end, the little tag at the end of the song, it goes from an A to an A with a suspended second and fourth. Fancy name. A suspended 2/4. Really sort of crazy name, but it's not a hard chord to play. 4, 2, 0, 0. Again, that's an A suspended second with a fourth. And then there is an A diminished chord in that little tag at the end. Those are always funky. Those are cool sounding chords, diminished chords. This is a 2, 3, 2, 3. I do it with my index finger on the fourth string, my ring finger on the third string, my middle finger on the second string, and the pinky on the top string. And that little passage at the end of the song is an A, then the A with the suspended second four, then the diminished, back to that fancy A suspended second fourth, and then back to A. So it's okay. So that's the chords that appear in Lady Madonna. Let me talk about that riff that I mentioned earlier. It is charted on the Morristown Uke Jam sheet, but let me just show you. If you enjoy playing single notes on the uke, this one's fairly simple. And again, it sounds even better if you have that low G. But it goes like this. Starts with 2 notes on the bottom. Watch that again. That's how it starts. So again, you can follow along on the chart. So I'm just going to do it very slowly so you can just see. It's all done right up here. There's nothing fancy up here. It goes. And again, it's a cool riff that I think you all recognize it from Lady Madonna. And again, it sounds even better if there's another uke doing the. If you just play along with those chords, which are the same chords as in the introduction of the song, it sounds pretty cool. So if you're into doing little single note riffs, this one's not a difficult one to play. All right, the last thing I want to talk about here is I'll talk a little bit about the strum pattern. It's pretty, I listen to myself try to figure out how to describe it. Let me play the opening of the song. I'm hearing myself. To me, it sounds like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. That's the basic chord. See, that's how I hear it in my ear. I don't have a more elegant way to describe what I'm hearing here, but it's Lady Madonna. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. And there's some quick chord changes there, like managed to make ends meet. So there is some. So let me just take you through those 2 lines again. Lady Madonna, children at your feet, wonder how you manage to make ends meet, make ends meet. So there are some quick chord changes there. You strum the F, you strum the G, and you strum the A to get to the end of that line. And that is pretty much it for Lady Madonna. Very familiar song. If you enjoy the song, I'm sure you'll enjoy playing it on your ukulele, maybe even along with the Beatles version.